Oh gosh, I'm doing pretty well. I can't complain.
You look just lavishing. I love your hair. I love the way you're wearing it. It totally so
You
complimentary on you.
much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we are so excited to have you here as our guest today on this Dadalocks podcast with
Thank
yours
you for
truly.
having me.
Yes, it's so good to have you on today as our guest, and thank you for taking the time. And let's get right into it. Why don't you
Ready.
just, well, first of all, I want to welcome our audience to the Datalocks podcast, where our mission, and my name is Kirigo Kabuga, CEO of this brand, and our mission is to get 10,000 women in Africa out of poverty and into entrepreneurship. So far, we have hit 40 and moving forward. And we're hoping that this mission will be accomplished within the next decade. So we're super excited and looking forward to this happening. So Sabrina, why don't you just let the audience know how we met each other?
Hi, everybody. I have met Carigo on Facebook. The Sister Locks brand had sent me an email to join the Natural Hair Mentorship. I know it did come from their email. So I was fresh in the game, probably like a year and a half in, and things were a little slow, and I wanted to know a little bit more how I could advance my business. So
Yes.
I joined the Natural Hair Mentorship Program. I signed up, and I have taken the 1 week. What was it?
The 1 month, the short, intense
It
passion to
was it
profit.
what?
Yes.
Hold up. No, it was 1 week. But if I wanted to
Oh, yes.
join the
Oh,
mentorship,
the challenge, the passion to
the
profit
challenge.
challenge. That's
That's
what it
what
was
it
for the one
was.
week.
It was the
Yes.
challenge, the
Mm-hmm.
mentorship challenge. And I've met Carigo, and I also met the other young lady. Oh, forgive me, I can't think her name, but it was a life-changing experience for me. I've learned so much from that 1 week of taking that mentorship challenge program. The first thing I did after, going through the whole program was revamp my whole salon suite. Because I remember the first thing you said was, presentation matters a lot. How you present your salon to
Yes.
your guests says a whole lot about you. And that's the first thing I did. I had did some major upgrades and made my salon suite a welcoming atmosphere for my clients. Wanted them to feel when they come into my salon where they could just relax. Everything is serenity. I want them to relax and just enjoy the whole experience. So I've done that. And well, some other business tips we learned as well too. Cleanliness, customer service was a big thing.
Yes.
How to present yourself with your clients says a whole lot, and it was a great experience. So that's how I've met Miss Carigo Kabugo, and I also hired her to coach me in my business skills as well too, because at one point in my career in the Sister Locks service industry, I kind of like I felt blocked. I kind of like got to a place where I felt stuck and I didn't know how to advance. And it was bothering me. I wasn't liking what I was doing any longer. And so I hired Carigo to help me boss up, crown up. So
That's right. The Datalocks way, exactly with the coaching. I love it and love it. So, I love what you just shared, Sabrina. Could we just touch a little bit more on what was causing you to feel stuck? What were the main things that made you feel stuck?
oh God.
As she
Not
exhaled.
not disappointing my clients. Pretty much. It really came down to dollar and cents. I had a great clientele. I've been, doing their hair for about 2 years, but I never, gave myself a raise. And as time went on, I've noticed that my skills had progressed. They left my salon feeling fabulous, but I didn't feel that I was being valued for the work that I was putting in. So that was one of the things that kind of like had me stuck, and also just not believing in myself. I don't know. I just felt like I needed I needed a coach to just tell me, okay, this is what you need to do,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
do it. And I
That's
did
right.
it.
And you did, and you were ready. And that was the thing.
I was ready.
You were ready. And I know we had talked a couple of years back, but this particular time, you were actually ready to move
Yeah.
forward. You were ready to move in action. And congratulations
Yeah.
to you. And that's important, because I want to talk a little bit on that. Like, as a business coach, one of the things that we learn is that women especially, and I truly love working with women because of course I'm a woman myself and I understand those things that, that we've learned. One of the biggest things is that we want to be liked. We want to be friendly. So even raising our prices means that we might offend our clients.
Yeah.
So if I won't even raise my price because they might not appreciate it. But guess what? Everything else is going up. How are you going to make a living in a recession? Everything else goes up. So therefore your services go up, your electricity is going up, your water goes up. Why won't you go up? Right? But we fear, and we rather do the suffering, and complain to to ourselves or in our mind, instead of simply saying, you know what, this is what it cost me, moving away, pushing past the emotional part, and really looking at business and why it's important for us to record our numbers so that we're not making emotional decisions, but actually making decisions out of facts. Right.
Yeah.
And when we have these facts, it allows us to have these real conversations with our clients and show them reasons why we are increasing our prices. And so they sort of pretty much understand. Now, if they go away, which it happens, when you raise your prices, not everybody is willing to grow with you, and that's fine. But guess what? I look at it, so the thing though where we're fearing like, oh gosh, not everybody's going to be happy. Some people might leave. Those who leave, it gives them an opportunity to find someone else. One.
Yes. And
And
that was one of my biggest challenges. And I'm so glad I did it, Carigo. It changed
talk
my
about
life.
it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Change
Like
your life.
now I feel worthy. I still have my affirmations. I've written my affirmations down.
Yes.
I am worthy, I am valuable. And let me tell you something, it's changed the game. And now um I'm happy. I'm happy. And I'm bringing in those clients who do value my services, because I give it all. I mean, I give it my all. That's one thing that I do, pride myself in, is giving excellence. I give it my all. And so it hurt in the beginning, because I had a lot, I lost probably,
Talk
probably
about it.
20% of my clientele, no lie. But each person left, I mean, God is so good, was another inquiry, and I've taken on new clients and they appreciate it. And even like the transfer clients, bringing in the transfer clients, I mean, they, appreciate the services that I offer. So I'm so glad that I stepped out on faith and believed that I can do it, because that was scary.
Yes. Yes. And let me just talk a bit about it, because I coached Sabrina through that and she was scared. And I just want to normalize it, that it happens to us as women. It happens. Right. And so, but we have to recognize, yes, it's happening, but we still have to push past with courage before confidence.
Yeah.
Right. And then we talked about all the things, we talked about all the fears, and we obviously talked about what if the clients are not happy and if some go away. And I was reassuring her that you can expect there will be some that will go away. For me as a coach, I have to give you the tools to believe in yourself, in a sense that to manage the expectations and say, listen, you're right. Some customers, some clients will leave, and it's time for
Yeah.
them to, because what you're saying is that I'm about to elevate myself. Right. And in that moment, not only are we just increasing prices, we have to look at what is the value I'm adding for my clients. So what did Sabrina do? Sabrina, at the time, you thought about putting a sink in your room, and you were like, how does that happen? I looked at it once.
Yes.
Like, revisit that. revisit it and giving her a time limit. When are you going to call?
The plumber. Get some estimates, set, get quotes.
Because sometimes fear has us so trapped that we literally cannot take, we're stuck in inaction, so we don't take any action. But what's happening is that time is moving.
Yeah.
Time is,
Yeah.
and so it's so important that as a coach is to make sure that my coachees see what's happening, like really paint the picture, and allow them to see that this is a fear move. And we talk about what are the possibilities. Yes, some clients will leave, and then what? Others will come. Here's what's going to happen. The one that leaves, 4 more show up, and 4 more closer to the ICA, which is ideal customer avatar, who's willing to pay your price, who values you, who will show up on time and give you their shmoney, honey. Okay.
Yeah. Truly.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm so glad, like, to hear you say the coaching and you pushing past your fears and entering into courage has changed your life. I mean, you really even look different.
I'm so happy. I am so, it's just taught me a lot, because, for so long, I never spoke up, even working in corporate, I always felt overworked and overwhelmed and just not getting my worth or just not being acknowledged and I was just tired of it. And I feel like, I'm doing my own thing now. I love what I do. I love hair. I'm an artist, and I put everything in it. And I felt like, wow, I'm still carrying on this same thing, like, just feeling devalued.
Right.
And I'm tired of feeling devalued because I feel like I'm so much more than that. And it was really hard in the beginning because, a lot of my clients were friends. And that's one thing, is so hard. Like, you become family and friends with your clients. And it's like, you got to draw that line.
Absolutely.
Business friends. And it can
Boundaries.
get murky. It can get really, really murky.
Exactly.
And I've had a lot of situations where I've friendships kind of turned, because I've set my boundaries, and it stung. But as time, the more I keep experiencing it, I feel like I'm building my muscle a little bit. It doesn't hurt so much because it's like, it's friends is friends. This is business. This is how I eat every day.
Right. And it's not personal, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like they go to McDonald's and the 99 fries and you're start negotiating them down. They will never do that. And those fries are 99 cents. So why is that okay for you to come and do that to us when we're running our legitimate businesses, which is the way we're surviving, paying our bills and contributing to the community, right? And I think that there we go again with this thing of friends and scared to raise our prices or even tell them like, hey, you're gonna have to pay me for my service. So I just want to say this to all our listeners right here, especially for the women. Do not give any of your services any longer for free. Y'all hear me? All right. All right. My sister.
I'm guilty. I've done it. I've done it, but a lot of times too, since I love to create, I will ask a client of mine, let me, practice doing a style on your hair. Or like right now, I'm in a process of learning how to repair locks.
Nice.
And attaching broken locks.
Nice.
So I asked them, no charge, just let me,
practice
on your head, and they let me do it. There are some,
they trust you because they trust you. Yes.
I won't charge, but there were instances where I've done a lot of free services, expecting that a client would even tip me. And most times I'd be thinking, okay, they're gonna tip me, I did this for them. They done paid me just their flat fee and walked out the door, and I'm saying like, dang, like I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like,
yeah. Yeah,
And it
yeah,
takes
yeah.
some time.
Right. It is time. And that's where our value comes in. When we actually recognize we're offering value, there has to be a reciprocity. I do
Yeah,
this for you, you show me compensation because I need to eat.
yeah,
I need to eat too, right? And so good for
yeah,
you. And like you said, stinging is part of it. I just like to normalize it, in the coaching
yeah.
program is that we normalize everything. It will sting. Initially, it won't feel good. But guess what? You're already not feeling good,
I
right? So
know, but after talking to you, Karigo, I felt worse. I literally felt sick in the stomach. I said,
because I was pulling up things that you had to face, right? I was challenging you to look at your thought process and your mindset.
oh, that took a lot of work. And that
Yeah.
replays in my mind a lot of times. I
Mm,
have to change that old mindset, that old mindset. And
yeah.
I've done a lot of improvement in that field too, is that old mindset,
Mm.
So
What
audience,
what's the evidence? Like, what evidence do you have that shows you that you've changed your mindset? Give us an example.
I
I'm
can tell you
what
right now, I just lost 35 pounds because I had to change my mindset on how to eat. Just changing my lifestyle change. I had to change my mindset.
you look great. You look radiant.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
for
you.
you. And you
That's
look
one
like you
expression.
feel good. Tell us what you did. Walk us through when you made that decision and what has happened for you. Just and how long that has taken.
Well, I always struggle with my weight, in my 30s and 40s, I love food and ate, but I hated the way I look. I hated it. And I was tired. I just turned 50 years old. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to spend my 50s picking and picking. I
Right.
hate this. I hate that. I need to change this. I had to change that. So
Right.
I made a decision, and it had to, dig down to the root cause of what it is. I was overeating and I love food. So I had to change my mindset. Okay, if you want to get down to a certain goal weight, if you want to get here, you have to change how how your relationship with food. I had to change my relationship with food. And so that's what I did. And I started early in January. And I just started off slow. I made some changes and I held myself accountable, got myself weighed each week to look at my progress. And then when I started noticing the small changes I've made and how the weight was coming off, I got even more motivated and started making more positive changes in my lifestyle. Because, yeah, I want to live, I want to feel healthy, and I want to look good. So I had to change my mindset. So that's
Wow.
really,
Mindset. Woo! Yeah, because when we first met, your mindset, you were overwhelmed,
yeah,
stressed.
I was.
Yeah. And we did the work. We did the work. Every week we met and there was a part of the coaching that had to address your mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And that's
I
why you
feel
felt
great.
sick to the stomach initially because it was something you wanted to avoid.
Oh my God.
Until I launched on you that tool of your $1 million vision. And
Oh
I
yeah, that
yeah.
vision is still the vision because I'm still continuing my education. There's so much to do in the hair industry. There's so much to learn. So, I'm still, taking classes and learning different techniques and skills because, you know, so much to do, in
Yeah,
the
so much
industry
to learn.
and add on to the menu so I can make that. It's people not making 6 figures anymore. People talking about making 7 figures now.
Come on now. Yes, correct.
You look up
Correct.
7 figures, but right now I'm happy. I'm still working my full-time job.
Good for you. So you found
Um,
balance
it's a
or
balance in there. It works out because I'm still working from home.
that's fine.
And days where don't have any clients like today, that paycheck helps because I'm not working every day, and that's the thing about the hair industry. I mean, there's days where I'm working every single day, it's going on, but things happens with the clients. move, whatever, and I'm not working every day, and I just need that income to keep coming. But my goal is to, this is one of my fears too, is being more seen on social media streets.
I was about to get to that because that is the thing. You want more people in your chair, then you've got to be doing the work. You've got to be letting
uh,
you're available.
I
So,
know.
so let's talk
That
about it.
that's a challenge I'm going to work on, is doing the lives and
Yes.
talking to the audience, because I'm more reserved. I'm like, I don't want to do all this.
But you know what, Sabrina? Again, I think this has everything to do with that value piece again. So you've got to see the value that you're able to offer someone else. So here's what I think, like when I think about you, this whole
Okay.
story you just shared with us about you losing weight, and you've done this on your own. This ain't no Weight Watchers. This isn't that drug that's being taken in Hollywood that everybody's on right now to lose weight.
Yeah.
This has been a mindset shift. And people would love to know what you did. How did you get there? What are you doing differently now? What are you eating? Are you exercising? How are you balancing both jobs? How are you working for corporate and having a natural hair business? How do you do? You have so much to offer.
Think people be interested.
See, that's us again. The women, we beat ourselves up before we even
So, I'm like, who
realize.
would watch? I don't know.
Who would watch? I would.
I don't know. I have to do it. That's one of my challenges, Carigo.
Okay. So then maybe it's time for us to coach around that. So here's what I think about social media. There are things, there are reasons there are reasons why we need to be posting every day. So of course, like in the industry, you might go viral. I've gone viral a couple of times, but it gets weird when things go viral, right? But I love the subtle. Sometimes when we see people have 70K followers, we're like, oh wow, they're really doing well, versus someone who probably has 3 or 4, and we assume that, okay, well, that's low, but they could be making
Yeah.
more money than somebody who has 70K. It's all about, what are you selling? What are you marketing? Are you making, are you turning your viewers into like customers, right?
Yeah.
And of course, there's a mathematics that goes to that. But we know that the more you put material out there, the more people get to know that you're there. And what are the things? And then here's another thing that I think, and this is about coaching, y'all. So I'm gonna give this one for free. So some of the languages that we're having with our clients when they're in the chair, there's some words that they use, right? There's some needs that they might share, like things that they might say, and we could use that as marketing. A conversation that you're having with one client can lead you to talk to other clients in that same language.
Okay.
Okay, so perhaps it's time you start listening more. What are they saying? Or how did they find me? That's what I always like. How did you find us? Was it on social media? Was it Facebook? Was it a referral? Whatever that thing is. And then here's another tip for even the listeners, including you, Sabrina, because you are one great. I've really enjoyed watching you grow, like even to see this and to know that you were really in a place last year where your mindset was of you were discouraged and
Yeah.
stuck, right? And to hear you now say you're happy, you're loving what you do, I mean, and you look great. This is a different person sitting in front of me,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Thank you. I love it too.
Yeah, but yes, it's back to the social media. If you feel, and sometimes we don't have to get new clients. We can work with the clients that we have already, send
Mhm.
out a text and say, for the month of June or for the month of July, for an Independence Month, or I'm giving away any referrals, everybody's going to get 30% off, blah blah blah. If you send me someone who actually comes and gets their hair done,
Good idea.
and they start talking, let me tell you, that's how we do it. And then all of a sudden, now we got a flush new set of people coming in. If business is slowing down, you've got to inject something in it so that you could call upon more people to come, so that you could get the income that you need and move away from fear.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's some good nuggets right there.
Right.
I think
And
you're
you
doing
in the
that.
public, right? To you in the public, you could take that one to the bank. right?
Yeah.
We'll get results in that, but now
Mm-hmm.
what you have to do is think about how you're going to approach them. Is it going to be an email? Will it be a text? Are you going to talk to them in your chair? We love the supportive information of email, and then remind them in the chair, please send
Yeah.
referrals. And then even those who start getting the 40%, you talk about it. If the next client is coming in, congratulations, but you give them that 40% when their referral has come in and you've served them. They only get that
Yeah.
40% when you've executed the client in the chair.
Yes.
Okay. And you'll
Yeah.
find that that works because you don't have to be running out there anymore. We just have to use this.
That's true.
All right.